a champion. That's what the 12 proud members of the Mountain East Conference are advancing toward every day, providing opportunities and pursuing excellence. The Mountain East Conference.
Live from the ASRC on the campus of West Liberty University, it's Hilltopper basketball as the number 8 team in the country takes on the Concord University Mountain Lions to get the Mountain East Conference play started in the year 2022. Before we get things underway, we'd like to thank our Jack Adams Hilltopper Athletic Club sponsors. Thank you for supporting our WLU student athletes and their continued success. And those sponsors are Main Street Bank, Dr. John P. and Mrs. McCullough, Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, Dr. Clyde and Mrs. Campbell, Belmont Savings Bank, Alco Fence, IBEW Local 141 of Wheeling, West Virginia, Calcroof Roofing and Sheet Metal, Undo's Restaurant, Gil Allen CPA, Generations Restaurant and Pub, WVU Medicine Wheeling Hospital, The Store, and the Dirty Dog Tavern. Hello everyone, welcome back inside of the ASRC. I'm Isaac Basinger. Alongside me as usual is West Liberty Athletic Director Coach Len Allum. And we're back here for conference play after the Christmas break.
Well, West Liberty played 2 non-conference foes after they came back, picked up 2 wins, so they're ready. They're a well-oiled machine, and let's see if they can keep it going.
Absolutely. The Hilltoppers did play earlier this week on Monday against Bowie State. Were able to get a solid 108-85 win against a regional opponent.
Yeah, pretty much led from start to finish, and they had their moments, meaning they played well at times. So this is an exciting time. We're back in conference play. It's time to rock.
And one person that has been rocking on the floor for the Hilltoppers so far this season, Pat Robinson, 21 points in that win against Bowie State, but also 4 straight games now with 20-plus points.
Yeah, he's just a machine. He's a physically dominant guard, but wow, is he getting a lot of help. They've got so many guys that do what they do, and any of those guys are capable of having big nights. And as good as Pat Robinson played, Bryce Butler's been as good as we've had for a while. So we've got some guys that can play.
And one of those guys, you mentioned Bryce Butler is having a great season, but a freshman coming off the bench, Garrett Denbo, has been hot behind the three-point line so far this season. He has 3 games this season with 4+ threes in a game.
Yeah, we were laughing in Coach Hallett's office the other day. If just run all those plays to that corner down there, and he's just knocking them down at a very high rate.
Yeah, the corner is his favorite spot, but now you look at the other side of the equation with this Concord team. Not exactly the record that you're used to seeing them at, 4-7 and 2-4 in conference play, but they have Matt Weir, the Nova Southeastern transfer, who had 28 points and 8 rebounds in our last game.
Yeah, Concord's been one of these teams that have kind of been a thorn in West Liberty's side. Now, normally it's down at their place, but they have given us some battles, and you're right, they're normally not 4-7, very well-coached team, but what West Liberty is hoping, Concord has not played since December 12th or something like that.
You got it correct.
So will they have that rust? Can West Liberty's pressure get to them?
Yeah, December 12th, the last game for the Mountain Lions, but another player to look at for them as well, Ethan Heller. We've seen him start in the past. He's coming off the bench for this team, but he had 10 points in our last game.
Yeah, and again, we know that Concord's going to be well coached, and for whatever reason, they just don't have a fear of West Liberty. Sometimes West Liberty wins games before it starts based on their reputation. Concord's never bought into that. They won't play that game.
Coach, we're about 6 minutes or so away from action here. What are your keys to the game?
As always, West Liberty generating points through their pressure to get the tempo where it's got to be, and for West Liberty to stay and continue to do what they've done most of the year, improve passing, sharing the basketball.
All right, thank you, Coach. Again, a few short moments away from this one getting underway, but when we come back, we'll have starting lineups, the Main Street Bank tip-off, and more here on Topper Station.
As the oldest institution of higher education in the state of West Virginia, we appreciate the impact we have on our community and beyond. From the students we serve, to the faculty and staff we employ, to the tens of thousands of graduates we've sent beyond the hilltop. You can find a part of West Liberty University anywhere you go. We strive to strengthen our community because that's who we are. We are the future. We are West Liberty University.
Hi, my name is Kai Sadowski. I'm a visual communications design major here at West Liberty University, and I will be showing you what it's like to be a VCD major here. Today, first we're heading into Intro to Typography with Sarah Davis.
So we are working on your conceptual type, right? Digital layout.
Visual communication design is structuring of visual information to communicate through branding, interactive designs for mobile and web, motion graphics, and packaging through printing media. What makes the program here at West Lib super unique is the classroom setting. In Professor Davis's Intro to Typography class, a lot of the time your classmates give you a lot of feedback on how to improve your piece. We go one-on-one with the teacher, so when you're out of the classroom, you are able to improve your design to make it look very professional, very flawless.
Imply the shape is there without really showing it.
Okay.
So what you're doing with this blue shape is you're showing this is a way.
Now we're heading into advanced computer graphics.
Okay, so right now we are doing One City, One Pride Arts Festival Design Competition.
What students can expect here are really hands-on projects. Pretty much the design process for creating a piece is you start off with the teacher giving you a prompt, and you start with many sketches. You can go from 10 to 20 to even 30 sketches. The teacher and your fellow classmates will help you narrow down what your favorite rough draft was, or even get components from each rough draft for you to create one masterpiece. Really, the whole process is a lot of revisions to get to this perfect piece that you will be very proud with. I chose this major at West Liberty University because I really like to express my creativity, and I think doing it so through visual communication design is a perfect opportunity. I am able to really use my abilities to create branding, magazine spreads, even just really cool graphics. In the future, I really just hope to use this major in the professional sports avenue, maybe like do some really cool designs for a professional sports team or something like that.
So you can keep those simplified color thing. So instead of putting actual texture in it.
Now we're walking into Design Thinking with Professor Kang. Design Thinking class with Professor Moon is a really great opportunity to understand the brainstorming process of how to create a really good piece. We start off with a lot of brainstorming techniques like mind mapping, storyboard, personification to get your mind going on what a customer might be looking for or what the audience would be interested in. I think this major is really good for others to consider because a lot of people are going to be needing graphics. So anybody with a little bit of creativity, I think they should really consider this major because it's honestly going to help anybody in their fields because everybody's going to need to market some type of graphic. Today we'll be doing my volleyball individual practice. Being a student athlete at West Liberty University is honestly a blessing. Being able to study a major that I really love while also playing a sport like volleyball that I have a really good passion for, it's honestly super fun to play. The atmosphere at West Liberty, having the professors really know that you're an athlete and congratulating you when you won a game or saying good luck when you leave a classroom, it's really awesome. The reason I chose West Liberty was because of the class sizes. The teachers know your name, know what you want to do with your life, know what your work is like, know your capabilities, and really help you succeed to the best of your abilities. Thank you for checking out the Visual Communication major. For more information, visit the website.
Do you want to learn more about West Liberty University? Register for one of our Black and Gold Days. You'll learn about the admissions process, financial aid, and housing, plus get details about your intended major. You'll even be entered for a chance to win a $1,000 scholarship just for attending. Get everything you need to know. Register for the January 26th event at westliberty.edu/visit. Visit, tour, connect at West Liberty University.
He's in our Hall of Fame.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back inside of Topper Station. Men's action coming up right now. But before we get things underway, Coach, we have a moment of silence.
Moment of silence for Dick Edge, legendary Hilltopper. He's in our Hall of Fame. Standout football player, and he been active in alumni affairs. He was on our Hall of Fame committee for years. Just a true Hilltopper.
And we will join everyone here at the ASRC in this moment of silence. And we get ready here for the Mountain East Conference action. The Hilltoppers coming to this one with a record of 11-1 and a conference record of 5-1. Concord comes in with a record of 4-7 and 2-4 within the Mountain East Conference. The starting lineups will go like this. We'll start first with the Concord University Mountain Lions, and they'll go with number 3, Brandon Kennedy, the 6'2 senior. And then following him will be number 14, Luau Rahama, the 6'5 senior from Newport News, Virginia, in the Virginia State transfer. And then it'll be number 15, Matt Weir, the 6' senior from Nashport, Ohio, the Nova Southeastern transfer. That'll be number 22, Javon Laidler, the 6'4 junior from Miami, Florida. And then rounding out the starting lineup, number 23, Lucan Hill, the 6'6 sophomore from Thornville, Ohio. Their head coach is Todd May. He is an even 73-73 in his 6th season at Concord. The lights come down here at the ASRC. That means it's time for the starting lineup for the number 8 team in the country, the West Liberty University Hilltoppers. They'll start with number 1, Malik McKinney, the 6'3 junior from Bowie, Maryland. Then it'll be number 2, Bryce Butler, the 6'5 sophomore from Latrobe, Pennsylvania. Then number 10, Victor Kovacevic, the 6'8 senior from Belgrade, Serbia. Then number 23, Pat Robinson III, the 6'3 junior from Chesterfield, New Jersey. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Hilltoppers, number 24, Ben Sarson, the 6'6 freshman from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The Hilltoppers are coached by former West Liberty standout Ben Hallett. In his 5th season here on the Hilltop, he is 110-19.
That's a few wins, not many losses.
Just a handful of wins.
Times 10.
And sprinkle a couple more in there as well.
Times 12, actually.
Hilltoppers come into this matchup leading the Mountain East Conference in scoring, steals per game, turnovers forced, turnover margin, and assists per game. And the Hilltoppers will be in the home gray uniforms as we get ready for the Main Street Bank tip-off. Kovacevic will win it handedly for the Hilltoppers as they'll go against Concord, as they'll go left to right. Concord in the all-black away uniforms with the gray numbers and letters. As Victor Kovacevic takes the pass from Pat Robinson on that low block. Kovacevic working on the left block, off the window and good, as Victor gets the Hilltoppers on the board first, 2-0.
Yeah, there's a set play for Victor right out of the gate, and he rewards him with a spin move and a tough bank shot.
Victor hasn't scored a whole lot in the last couple of weeks, but does a good job getting the points early. As Brandon Kennedy controls it now, is able to get it over to Lucan Hill. Hands it off to number 14, Rahama. Fires the long 2, draws the contact, and Rahama will head to the line and shoot 2.
You know, getting back into Victor, and we've talked about this before, he came in with a reputation, big-time scorer, European-type player, but wow, has he been impressive with his interior defense and his passing ability. And you know, he's given us what we needed out of that position. We've got a ton of guys that can score.
Rahama's second one at the line. That one will fall. 2-1, Hilltoppers have the early lead as Malik McKinney up to Victor Kovacevic, who walks it towards the center of the floor. On the left side to Pat Robinson. Kennedy on him. Robinson looking for space. Will float it back out to Bryce Butler. The right side, Ben Sarson with 16 to shoot. Back to Kovacevic. He has the open three off the back iron. Rebound by Rahama. They'll work it down the left side of the floor as Rahama faces a quick double team, picks up his dribble. He's able to get it off to Laidler. Back to Rahama. Rahama working on Ben Sarson on the right side of the paint. Floats it up in the air, off the mark. Rebound by Kovacevic, looking to push it down the floor. Fade to the left side, hands it off. Sarson doesn't take the shot to Pat Robinson. He'll take the long three off the side of the rim. Kovacevic grabs the board, puts it back up strong, and lays it up and in.
Kovacevic again makes his presence felt inside.
Pass is in, it's going to be poked away, trying to save it. As I believe they're going to say that it was tipped across from the line, being in. And possession will stay here with Concord. Passes into Rahama, facing the pressure. Tries to float it down the floor to Weir. It's going to be tipped. And it will stay here with Concord. Kennedy looking to get it in. Will fire it back towards his own basket in Laidler. Back to Kennedy, up to Rahama. Rahama on the right wing. Will hand it off to Weir. Matt Weir looking to work. Kicks it over. Now driving inside. Laidler. Back to Weir. 7 to shoot. Matt Weir looking for space. Kovacevic playing tight defense on him. It's poked away. It goes out of bounds. It stays with Concord, but only 3 seconds to shoot.
Good defense. Kovacevic goes out and gets matched up on a guard on the perimeter and stayed in front and caused the deflection.
Kennedy will throw it in. He floats it in to Lucan Hill. Fires it off. It won't count as Kennedy tried to fire the long three to save the shot clock violation. Ben Sarson will throw it in for the Hilltoppers on the side. 4-1 lead for the Hilltoppers. 17:50 remaining in the first half. McKinney hands it off. Kovacevic doesn't want the shot. Rolls inside. Floats it high off the window. Can't get it to fall. Rebound by Laidler. Laidler gets it up to Rahama. Over to the left side. Rahama takes the pass back. Floats it in the middle of the lane. Floats it up, and he's able to get the shot to fall. It's 4-3. Or you could say Kovacevic 4, Rahama 3. As Kovacevic goes inside, passes it real quick to Bryce Butler. Underneath the basket, draws the contact as Bryce. And he'll head to the line, he'll shoot 2. And the foul should go against number 42, Luau Rahama. Actually, it goes against Lucan Hill. It'll be his first, team first. As Bryce Butler will head to the line, he'll shoot 2.
You know, Bryce Butler, 62% from the floor, 40 from 3. 7.4 rebounds and 17.3 points, and added 17 blocks or steals. There's been nights when he's been our best player.
He is an all-around player for this Hilltopper team, and he goes 1 of 2 at the charity stripe. But Kovacevic right now looking like a all-around player as he dumps it off for Bryce Butler, who's able to lay it up and in. Trying to save it. And Rahama was able to send it across the floor to Kennedy. Back to Rahama. Hama over to Weir. Shit to the right side. He'll drive to the right side. Over to Kennedy. Corner 3. Got it. It's 7-6.
You know, I was watching Kennedy shoot before the game. He shoots a knuckleball. It's very unorthodox.
Bryce Butler able to cut across the lane and finish. It's 9-6. And knuckleball is not exactly what you're supposed to see. Weir is able to get the pass in. He's able to send it down the floor. Contact's made. Foul going to be called from the official from behind as Laidler went for the layup. Foul will go against Bryce Butler. Be his first, team foul number 2. Hilltoppers will go for a normal wholesale change here after the first free throw. As the first free throw is good by Laidler. On the floor for the Hilltoppers, Garrett Denbo, Marlon Moore, Austin Webb, Christian Montague, and Zach Rassil. Laidler's second is good. And Hobie substituted out, and that will bring in Ethan Heller. Also, Davion Moore all set of the game for the Mountain Lions. 1 point lead for the Hilltoppers, 9-8. With 16:25 remaining in the first half. Austin Webb for Christian Montague towards the top of the key. Straight to the right, Garrett Denbo. Zach Rassil looking to work on Weir. Dribbles the whole length of the baseline. Eventually Denbo fires a three. Bullseye! Garrett Denbo for three.
He has just been on fire, and Christian Montague, nice little dribble penetration and kick.
Passes in to Rahama, facing pressure. Tries to dribble his way back. Takes the one dribble and fires it into a corner. Eventually gets it up to Kennedy, who gets it up to Weir. Weir looks to pass it on the baseline. Gets it to Moore, who floats it up and in. 12-10. 15:45 remaining in the first half. Christian Montague from the pass from Zach Rassil. Right side. Rassil to Garrett Denbo to Montague. Pump fakes inside. Now close to the corners, Austin Webb tries to go through a couple of Mountain Lions, loses it for a second, and eventually Ethan Heller has it. Weir goes, dumps it off last second. Kennedy misses the open layup. Marlon Moore is able to grab the rebound. Marlon to Denbo, another three. Rattles around and doesn't fall. Poked out of bounds by Marlon Moore. Concord will take over. Jordan Wooden into the game for Brandon Kennedy. Matt Weir will throw it in. Floats it over the top to Ethan Heller. Facing pressure is Heller. Back to Weir. To Wooden, who just entered the game. As Matt Weir will work on Garrett Denbo. Weir off the screen, mid-range jumper, got it. We're tied at 12. Christian Montague will control it for the Hilltoppers. As Montague's able to get around the man, looks to float it up, can't get it to fall. Marlon Moore is able to grab the rebound. Jump ball is going to be called, and possession will go the other way to Concord, but not until after the media timeout. We're tied at 12 with 14:48 remaining in the first half. You are watching Toppers Station.
What if your bank offered new checking and savings accounts with a very low balance required, online bill pay, and debit cards issued right away?
I would like that.
What if that bank had extended hours every business day and were open on Saturdays and most holidays?
That's incredible.
And if all their accounts had low fees or no fees?
That's money in the bank. The right bank.
Open your checking and savings account at Main Street Bank. You deserve a bank this good.
We respond to infectious outbreaks with EPA-approved disinfectants. We offer full-surface and high-touch decontamination, whether your facility has had a case or you'd like a precautionary cleaning. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, the team that Mountaineers.
Welcome back. 12-12 was our score. 14:48 remaining in the first half. I'm Isaac Basinger. Alongside me is West Liberty Athletic Director Coach Lynn Allum. And 12-12 early on. What are some of your initial thoughts?
Well, it's Concord just, for whatever reason, has confidence when they play West Liberty. So they've done a pretty good job of handling the pressure. They've only turned it over one time, and hence they're tied with the ball at the first media timeout.
Rahama will throw it in. He's running out of time, and that is 100% a 5-second call. Could have called it a 6 or 7-second call. But the Hilltoppers forced a turnover. Just as you said, they haven't turned the ball over many times. As it goes to 20 seconds to shoot as this comes after a jump ball. Garrett Denbo takes the inbound pass. Webb to Zach Rassil underneath for Marlon Moore. He fires it up, and it's off the mark. Rebound by Austin Webb. He kicks it out to Montague. Christian Montague looking to work. Back to Austin Webb inside. Picked up the dribble to Montague. Looked to size up a three. Doesn't take it. 10 to shoot for Christian. Over Denbo, open three. Bullseye. Garrett Denbo, another three. His second of the night. And it gives the Hilltoppers the 15-12 lead.
Again, nice dribble penetration by Christian Montague. Gets in the teeth of the defense and makes the kick, and that's the second time they've hooked up on a 3 there.
Foul goes against Austin Webb, his first, team foul number 3. Ethan Heller will fire it in for the Mountain Lions. Sends it down the floor to Rahama. Work one-on-one with Denbo. Gets inside, floats it up, and it's good. It's 15-14. Marlon Moore from the pass from Austin Webb. Travel is going to be called against Marlon Moore. Looked to finish the play, but the whistle comes beforehand. As we'll get 4 Hilltoppers into the game. Montague will stay. The others coming in, Robinson, McKinney, Butler, and Kovacevic. 14:07 remaining in the first half. Passes in to Ethan Heller. He's going to face the trap. Heller is able to try to get around it, get to the Wooden, to Rahama. He's got a 2-on-1 with Moore. Goes up strong, and Rahama gives the Mountain Lions a 16-15 lead. Bryce Butler goes to the right side, hands it off to Montague. Quick pass back. Butler's able to use the position and get it to fall. Another assist for Christian Montague. Passes into Wooden. Trying to find space. Wooden gets it poked out of his hands. It's a loose ball. Pat Robbins is able to have it. Euro steps his way around. High off the window. Off the mark. Rebound by Concord, but it looks like Ethan Heller is shaken up after the Brandon Kennedy rebound. As Kennedy will walk his way over, Heller will walk his way over to the bench. Back into the game is Matt Weir. Kennedy will throw it in, and he gets it into Weir. Faces the pressure immediately. He kicks it back to Kennedy, back to Weir now. Over to Wooden, looking to penetrate the zone. Wooden challenges Victor Kovacevic. Shot is blocked, but the second one is there by Davion Moore. 18-17, Mountain Lions have the lead. Robinson passing to the corner to Bryce Butler. Butler work his way into the paint, kicks it back out. Victor pump fakes a 3, doesn't take it, comes inside, it's going to be poked away by Kennedy. Going the other way now is Matt Weir on the left side. Passes into Rahama, but Blake McKinney there if the speed's able to knock it out of bounds. Concord will have the possession, but not the easy basket.
This has just been one of these typical Concord West Liberty games early.
Concord gets it in, Moore over to Rahama. Working on Bryce Butler. Contact made. Offensive foul against Rahama. And there it goes again. Bryce Butler. If there is a statistical leader for charges taken, he'd be top 5 in the country.
Yeah, he's taken. And remind me to research that. I can find that on Synergy.
I'll have to remind you because he takes a ton of charges for this Hilltopper team. As Montague kicks it out to Victor Kovacevic. Looks for the pass, tries to get it into Pat Robinson on the back door. It's kicked. The Hilltoppers will still have possession with 20 on the shot clock. 12:40 on the game clock. Christian Montague shaded to the right side. Montague looks to get around his man in Rahama. Tries to go in. It's going to be kicked again, but it goes right to Kovacevic. Looks to get around his man and Moore. Goes up strong. Offensive foul going the other way. As that's going to be Victor's second foul. Team foul number 4.
Yeah, these last couple of possessions, West Liberty's playing a lot of ISO ball, and that is not their game. We've talked about that for 2 years. When they make a series of short passes, they end up getting whatever shot they want.
Wooden will inbound it, floats it up, gets it to Weir. Gets it down the floor to Kennedy, working down the center of the floor, kicks it out. Rahama open, 3, off the mark. Rebound by Davion Moore. Kicks it out to the other side, but it's foot's out of bounds, and that being number 12, Darius Parham.
We saw that happen, I believe, 3 times in the women's game. People stepping out on that sideline.
So close, too. It's not like they're completely obviously out. It's right toeing the line. As Bryce Butler gets the pass from Montague. Butler spins his way through, goes for the layup, draws a lot of contact, no whistle. But right there to poke it away is Ben Sarson. Goes up for the slam. He'll be fouled this time And Ben Sarson will head to the line and shoot 2. As Davion Moore picks up the foul. His first, team foul number 3. Sarson at the line. A 69.2% free throw shooter, knocks down the first. And while doing my research for the game, both these teams struggle from the free throw line. West Liberty comes in at 69.4% from the free throw line. Concord at just 67.1.
Yeah, it doesn't make any rhyme, especially for West Liberty, because we know they've got kids that can shoot the basketball.
A lane violation against the Hilltoppers before the free throw, so it didn't count. 18 is our score, 12 minutes exactly remaining. Parham's able to split the defenders, gets it up to Weir underneath. Then back out to Weir. Pass goes through one Mountain line to another. Working on the baseline, eventually getting poked out of bounds as Parham as he went to go up. On the baseline will be Mountain Lion ball. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Able to get it in. Lucan Hill over to 22, Laidler. Hands it off. Weir backs it out. Finds Kennedy. Fires a 3. The knuckle ball goes up. It's off the mark. Sarson's able to rip it out of the hands of Hill. Up to Pat Robinson. To Malik McKinney. Off the screen from Bryce Butler to Montague. He fires the 3 from the wing. He got it. It's a 21-18 lead.
Nice to see Christian knock that down. Struggled a little from the field the other day.
Working it down the floor. Layden goes up, tries to get it stripped away by Montague. The foul will be called against Christian. That'll be his first, team foul number 5. Going to the line is Javon Laidler. Laidler on the season averages 4.8 points per game and 4.8 rebounds per game. First one is off the mark for Laidler. Back into the game, Jordan Wooden will come in for Darius Parham. One shot for Laidler. This one is an air ball. I guess we can see why they shoot 67% from the free throw line. Not ideal there for Laidler. The Hilltoppers will take over after the 0 for 2 trip. Montague over to Malik McKinney. Gets inside with the speed. Can't finish. Right there to finish, though, is Bryce Butler at the rim.
Bryce gets off his feet quickly.
Getting it in is Kennedy. The pass is going to be tipped as it goes out of bounds. As trying to fire it over, it was Laidler. Rasil back into the game for the Hilltoppers. McKinney will take a seat. Kennedy, again, will try to inbound it. He does. He gets it into Weir. Back to Kennedy. Fires it down the floor. Butler tries to intercept it. Going inside, dumping it back off, and nobody home trying to save it. Now was Lucan Hill. And Weir will take it from there from the pass from Kennedy. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Weir going over and drawing the foul is number 22, Javon Laidler. Foul goes against Christian Montague, his second. Team foul number 6.
This game has not had much flow to it here in the first 10 minutes.
No, that's part of the case of there being 9 fouls. Early on, a lot of tip passes going out of bounds as well. Laidler figured it out this time. Went in the middle of his first 2 shots. Garrett Denbo into the game for the Hilltoppers. Rahama back into the game as well for the Mountain Lions.
West Liberty student body returns next week, so the next home game we'll see the substantially more students.
Bryce Butler tries to find Zach Rasil cutting the lane. It's going to be poked out of bounds by Rahama. West Liberty maintains possession. Butler's able to get it into Denbo, working on the baseline. Denbo fires a contested floater. It's off the mark. Rebound by Lucan Hill, who kicks it back to Matt Weir. Back to Hill, the other side. Laidler, Wooden has it, going on the baseline against Denbo. Goes up and under, can't get it to go. But a late foul is going to be called against Garrett Denbo, and this will result in 2 free throws, and that's team foul number 7 for the Hilltoppers before the second media timeout.
Yeah, that last possession is kind of what West Liberty has fallen back into this game. Just not being patient enough and taking shots that they normally don't take.
Wooden's at the line. He knocks down the first. 10:05 remaining in this one. It's 23-21 as Marlon Moore comes back into the game. Wooden will fire one more. Off the front of the rim, rebound by Marlon Moore, who kicks it up to Bryce Butler on the right side. Butler over to Sarson. Back over to Zach Rasil. As Bryce Butler to Pat Robinson. 15 to shoot for the Hilltoppers. Robinson driving inside with the speed and the strong finish for Pat Robinson. He gets on the board.
Yeah, that's his first basket of the night. He can score them in bunches, though.
Passes in. Sarson is able to save it. Poked it away first. He kicks it over to Robinson. Rasil, right side. 3. In and out. Rebound going the other direction now is Laidler. He's able to get it to Wooden, who had to stop for a second to gather it. Layoff up at the side of the rim. Rasil's able to battle his way through, and that's a foul, as that will be team foul number 4 against the Mountain Lions. And the foul goes against Davion Moore. The Hilltoppers will have it after the media timeout. 25-21, the Hilltoppers lead. 9:21 remaining in the first half here on Topper Station.
All right, now you're just like Danny, huh?
They'll probably never know about his thousands of hours of on-the-job training.
Here you go, Daddy.
Or that he spent as much time in the classroom as someone with a master's degree. You and I know he's one of the experts when it comes to electricity. Part of a team committed to doing the job right. They call him Dad. You call him the electrician right down the street. IBEW, the power professionals in your neighborhood.
BSB tip of the day. Your bank should have a good rewards program. Kasasa Tunes gives you rewards for iTunes, Google Play, and Amazon, depending on how you use your checking account. That's Kasasa Tunes at Belmont Savings Bank.
Undo's Catering, family owned since 1953. With 4 newly remodeled catering facilities throughout the Ohio Valley, Undo's can accommodate banquets from 25 to 700 guests. Undo's caters weddings, picnics, corporate events, holiday events, and job site drop-offs for the construction and oil and gas industry. Call 304-233-5566 today.
Undo, pride is our main ingredient. Undo.
Welcome back in a Topper Station. Hilltoppers have the ball as they lead 25-21 against the Mountain Lions of Concord University. Pat Robinson just off the elbow inside to Marlon Moore, working, driving up strong, drawing a lot of contact, no whistle, and a rebound taken down by Laidler. He's able to fire it down the floor. Lucan Hill to Rahama. Wooden, 3, got it. It's a 1-point game. The Hilltoppers work it back down the floor as Malik McKinney to Zach Rasil. Over to the other side, Sarson pump fakes a 3, goes, dumps underneath, Marlon Moore waits, goes up, it's going to get stripped away, but it lands right back into his hands, and Marlon Moore finishes it off. 3-point lead for the Hilltoppers. Rahama's able to catch it. As it says, it goes off of Marlon Moore. Rahama very close to that baseline whenever he went to catch that. We are back into the game along with Brandon Kennedy.
You know, Concord's up to 7 turnovers, but none of them have been in a flurry where West Liberty can get on their patented runs.
We're over. Ethan Heller back into the game. Fires the 3. It's off the mark. Rebound by Sarson. 8:20 remaining in the first half. McKinney over to Marlon Moore. Back to Ben Sarson. Pump fakes the three. To the right side, Robinson. He'll take the three. It's in and out. Rebound by Rahama. Tries to fire it down the floor, and he goes off of Zach Rasil's left foot. Heller will inbound it. Looking for space. Again, eventually squeezes it into a window to Kennedy. The right side of Rahama. Trying to call out the offense as he gives it back to Matt Weir, who's next to that beautiful West Liberty logo at the timeline. Driving. Weir kicks it back. Rahama fakes the three. Goes inside. Fires a long two. Off the mark. Battle for the rebound. Won by Ben Sarson, who gets it up to Bryce Butler. Hilltoppers look to extend the lead. Zach Still had a step on Rahama. Floats it up. Contact was made. Again, a no whistle as the rebound's taken by Hill, who gets it to Weir, to Ethan Heller. Extra pass. Kennedy, three. Got it. We're tied.
The delivery on his shot is just so strange to watch, but he knocked it down.
Pat Robinson driving, kicking it out. McKinney pump fakes the three. Will go inside. Go for the acrobatic finish. Can't get it to fall. Rahama grabs the board. 7:12 remaining in the half. Heller looking to go end to the end. Off the mark, and that's going to be called a foul as Ethan Heller will go to the line, and he will shoot two. As the foul goes against number 2, Bryce Butler, his second, team foul number 8, compared to the Concord fourth foul.
Yeah, Coach Hallett not happy with that call.
Heller at the line, and that one is short. Some of the scores around the Mountain East Conference. At the end of the first half in the men's action, Fairmont State is tied with Audis and Broadus 32 apiece. Charleston has the 6-point lead over West Virginia Wesleyan. Glenville has the 46-30 lead over Wheeling, and Notre Dame already picked up a win today against Frostburg State, 94-86.
See if West Liberty can get some ball movement here.
As they're trying to move it now, Bryce Butler shaded to the right wing. Hands it off. Montague, one of the three, doesn't take it. Over to Pat Robinson, 15 to shoot. Robinson fires the mid-range jumper off the side of the rim. Pokes back out. Robinson's right there to clean up the mess and finish it off to give the Hilltoppers a 1-point lead.
Good second effort on that play.
Trying to get it in was Kennedy. He will call the timeout. It is a 30-second timeout. And we will keep it here. And we'll go back through some of those scores on the women's side of the Mountain East Conference.
Yeah, there was only one other game. A lot of postponements.
As I know of one game that had a wild final score, was that Glenville knocked off Wheeling. This is not a mistake. 141-55. And I was told that Glenville scored 50 points in the second quarter.
I think they've done that before. A couple years ago, I think they had a 50-point quarter.
Impressive is that bunch, and that's who the Hilltoppers will have next on both sides. As the pass is in, Kennedy playing catch on the other side with Laidler. Works his way. He's able to get it across in time to Weir. Calling for the screen. That's got to be an illegal screen. And it is, as going over to have the screen was Lucan Hill, but definitely did not set his feet.
I think Don Clegg and I are going to attempt to do radio from Glenville on Saturday.
Oh.
Always enjoy going down there and seeing old friends from my coaching days against some very good Glenville teams.
Hilltoppers have it. As Bryce Butler, long two, can't get it to fall. McKinney battles for the rebound, punches it twice, eventually gets it over to Christian Montague, who sends it back to Ben Sarson. 13 to shoot for the Hilltoppers as Malik McKinney on the left wing. McKinney looking to work on Weir, step back jumper, in and out. Battle for the rebound as Robinson gets it. He'll float it, and the first time, the second time, and the third time is now the charm.
pound the offensive glass. If you're not getting the shots to fall like you want, go get them again.
It's a 3-point lead for the Hilltoppers, 31-28, 5:40 remaining in the first half.
Just a low-scoring game and a choppy game.
Driving inside, Weir with the fake, goes up again. He'll rattle it home. And it's a 1-point lead again for the Hilltoppers. Very uncomfortable in this one. It's Pat Robinson on the left wing, top of the key. Christian Montague. Malik McKinney thought about the three, won't take it. Fires it over. Montague has a step on Rahama, floats it, gets it in. Offensive foul against Christian Montague, and that is his third.
Yeah, you could see that one from up here coming.
So that's team foul number 9 against the Hilltoppers as Zach Rasil and Marlon Moore into the game. Passes in to Ethan Heller. To Kennedy. Up to Wooden. Wooden looking to break it. Will drive against Marlon Moore. High off the window. And the Mountain Lions retake a lead, 32-31. Butler looking to go the other direction. Kicks it out. Rasil. To Pat Robinson, dribbling around. And now going to the right wing. Robinson looking to get past Kennedy. Over to Butler. He fires the triple off the side of the rim. Battle for the board. Marlon Moore tried to poke it around, couldn't. Ethan Heller eventually takes the tip. Kennedy to Laidler, who gets it back to Ethan Heller. A 1-point lead for Concord with 4:35 remaining in the first half. Heller gets around the man. We'll kick it over. Wooden, wide open three, short. Rebound by Zach Rasil, who pitches it off real quick to Pat Robinson. Took an elbow up high, and that will be a foul against Concord. And West Liberty will have it after the media timeout. 4:23 remaining in the first half. Concord has the 32-31 lead here on Topper Station.
What if your bank offers CDs with consistently competitive and higher interest rates?
That's what I want.
What if, unlike other banks, they're normally open more hours? And they don't use high teaser rates on CDs only to lower them later.
Isn't that the way all banks should be?
And even more, several of their CD accounts have some of the best interest rates.
That's money in the bank.
The right bank.
Open your CD account at Main Street Bank. You deserve a bank this good.
Water emergencies? Trust the team with the right people, knowledge, and equipment to quickly dry your home or business, preventing further damage. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, the team the Mountaineers call.
Welcome back inside of Topper Station. 4:23 remaining in the first half. Concord has the 32-31 lead over the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, we just keep talking. It's been a choppy game, not a lot of flow, and a very game Concord team. And we talked about that in the pregame a little bit, that for whatever reason, they just have no fear of West Liberty and probably take it up a notch when they play us.
And they're shooting 57.9% from the field. I would not expect that from a team that hasn't played since December 12th.
No. And still, I think Coach Hallett, they'll get an earful at halftime just about our shot selection.
That's a high percentage shot in there as Bryce Butler gets that one to go around and down.
That's only our third assist in a game on a non-3-point field goal, which means West Liberty's not sharing the ball inside.
Laidler is able to get it up after the pressure was broken as Amari Smith back to Ethan Heller. Eventually fitted into a window to Weir, I don't know how, as Laidler, the left side to Wooden. Wooden driving on Marlon Moore, floats it up off the mark, battle for the board. Wooden gets it again, can't get it this time, as Smith looks to go up strong. He can't get it to go, as eventually another offensive board that goes on the ground. It's going to be a jump ball that West Liberty gets, but that was the fourth offensive rebound for the Mountain Lions.
Yeah, Glenville pounded the glass that time, and you got to give them credit. That's pretty serious effort there. That's something we usually see on the other side. But you're right. They haven't played since December 12th, and not a lot of rust.
As Pat Robinson looking to get around his man. Had a little bit of a mismatch inside. Robinson goes inside, draws a contact from Smith, and Pat Robinson, the third, will head to the line and will shoot two. That was team foul number 7 against Concord. So 3 throws the rest of the way out here for the final 3:20 of the first half. Robinson's first 3 throw is able to fall. Lucan Hill back into the game for Amari Smith. Robinson makes the second. Ben Sarson back into the game for Bryce Butler.
Pat Robinson, after a slow start, is up to 8 points on the evening.
And Pat Robinson on the season has been in double figures in points in every single game this season. That is impressive. Matt Weir moves it back towards half court. Looking for a screen. He's got 2 of them. He shades to the left side. Working on Rasil. He's able to get it over the top of the key, and eventually a handoff goes to Rahama. As the 3 comes from Weir. Back iron off the mark. Rebound by Marlon Moore. Hilltoppers look to expand on that 3-point lead. Marlon Moore over to Ben Sarson into the corner. McKinney looking to have a step. Goes up, draws contact. Is able to lay it up and in. 37-32.
But see, on that possession, they had 4 passes there. 4 quick passes. And then you're going to get the ISOs.
Pass was tipped. Heller goes all the way down the end of the floor, floats it up, rattles around, and eventually won't fall. Rebound by Marlon Moore, who will push it down the floor himself. Marlon hands it back off to Pat Robinson, who fell down behind the play. Robinson going in strong, passes at the last second. Sarson goes up, off the mark, tip and attempt, won't go. Rahama has it. It's going to be called here for a jump ball as Rahama is falling out of bounds. Possession arrow is in favor of the Mountain Lions. Jordan Wooden back into the game for Javon Laidler. Davion Moore also in. Heller to Weir. Down the floor to Wooden. As Weir will control it. Down by 5 points are the Mountain Lions. So 2:05 remaining in the first half. Heller over to the other side. Wooden. Top of the key, Moore. It's Matt Weir, 28 points in our last game. Wooden working underneath, faces a little bit of pressure. Weir moves it out. He's got 3 to shoot. Weir fires the rainbow 3. It's off the mark. Rebound by Zach Rasil. Rasil goes against the grain. Back to Ben Sarson, to Pat Robinson. To Blake McKinney at the top of the key. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Pat Robinson looking to get around some guys. Uses his speed, gets around. High floater off the glass. Can't get to the fall. Rebound goes underneath. Marlon Moore puts it back up strong. He can't get it go. McKinney this time, and a third time's the charm yet again. 39-32.
West Liberty's first 7-point lead of the game.
Matt Weir walks it down the floor. 1:05 remaining in the first half. Weir looking to get around some defenders. Sends it back to Ethan Heller. Stops on a dime. Eventually gets it underneath to Moore. Davion Moore spinning. Shot's going to be blocked out of his hand by Marlon Moore. And Moore gets bailed out by the foul call, and he'll head to the line and shoot 2. Marlon's first foul, team foul number 10.
55 seconds left. Let's see if they elect to go for a 2-for-1 here. See how quickly West Liberty pushes it up the court.
Moore is a 50% free throw shooter on the season. As Coach mentioned, the clock's like a fake phone number, 55.5.
There you go, movie phone number.
As Moore will fire the second. And that one's also short. So an empty trip there for Davion Moore. 50 seconds now remaining in the first half. Ben Sarson, pump fakes to McKinney. Pump fakes the 3, goes spinning inside, floats it up, can't get the fall. Marlon Moore has it, goes up strong, draws a ton of contact, and that's more on Moore crime as that foul will go against Davion Moore. As Marlon Moore will head to the line, he'll shoot 2. Davion Moore picks up his third foul, team foul number 8, or 39.3 remaining in the first half.
Marlon Moore already has 9 rebounds in the game.
Wow, that's impressive. As his first free throw is off the mark. We have a very tight game, though, but still looking for our first nominee for the Belmont Savings Bank play of the game. We'll see how the second half treats us. As Marlon's second free throw will drop. It's 40-32. As Coach Ben Hallett wants a timeout, and he'll take it. It'll be a 30-second timeout. So now we've had this conversation a lot. Is your 39.3, is that enough time to go for a 2-for-1?
Absolutely not.
So now if you're Concord and Coach Todd May, what are you drawing up here in the huddle?
Well, and it's kind of funny, and this is starting to be debatable. We have a lot of debates around here talking athletics, but, you know, so many times these teams will run the shot clock down to the end, and they end up shooting it with 5 seconds left, and you give the other team 10 to 12 seconds. So I don't know what they'll do. I know what I would do. I just run my regular offense and take the first best shot.
Ethan Heller will inbound it. He gets it into Matt Weir. Matt Weir walking down the center of the floor. West Liberty comes out in zone defense. Seen them do this a couple times this season, and it looks like Coach Todd May will say, let's slow it down. Weir to Heller, floats it up over the top to Kennedy. Kennedy back to Weir. That's going to be a travel on Weir. He can't believe it, and the Hilltoppers will get the last shot with 16.6 remaining.
Jordan they did the same thing I just talked about. They held the ball at half court. They end up not even getting a shot off, and West Liberty gets it back with over 16 and a half seconds left.
Now, you've seen that once or twice. McKinney over to Pat Robinson, draws contact, but no whistle. Going the other direction as Laidler floats it up off the mark. Battle for the rebound, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Marlon Moore will fire the half-court heave, and it's just short and off the mark. And that will bring us to halftime. 40-32, the Hilltoppers have the lead. Coach, give me some of your thoughts on that first half.
Well, I just pretty much have one thought. There just has not been any rhythm whatsoever for West Liberty in a half-court set on offense. We've seen this. They've done this a few times over the last 2 years, but normally they go in, they make their adjustments, and they'll come out and get it going again. But that's why they only have 40 points at the half.
When we come back for second half action, we'll have halftime stats and then the second half here on Topper Station.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the West Liberty University Highland Center. I'm going to be your tour guide today. My name is Phil Carl, and I am the newly appointed Director of Facilities here. So what does that mean? Where are we? And what happens here? So whether you knew it or not, since 2009, West Liberty University has had roughly a 12,000 square foot presence at the Highland Center. We're right across the street from the Marquee Cinema, snuggled right up next to the Fairfield Inn, and are conveniently located right above DeCarlo's Pizza, so you can entertain, stay, eat, hang out at the Highlands with West Liberty. So as the Director of Facilities, my charge has been to figure out what this facility will be for the future of West Liberty and the Highlands community at large. And moving forward, we want to be a better community partner and offer a wider variety of services. So if you've got a couple of minutes, come with me. I'm going to show you around the facility, and we'll lay out a couple ideas for what West Liberty is planning for this facility and how it can better engage with the community. One of the beautiful things about this facility is right next door there's a 4,000 square foot event room that is maintained by the Ohio County Development Authority. And luckily for us, we have awesome county commissioners that have already spoken to us about a shared partnership utilizing that room, and then the opportunity for West Liberty to engage with breakout rooms. So you could have an event next door, come over here for some breakout sessions, and spend all of your time in one location. And as we move down the hallway, one of the first rooms we come into is room 209 that shares space with room 210. So this room is partitionable. Is partitionable a word? It can be partitioned, cut in half. So right now as the room is laid out, it's about 1,500 square feet and has room for roughly 60 guests to come and spend their time, and a little bit of spare space, so if you wanted to set up food or beverage, you could do so. And like all of the classrooms at the Highlands, it's set up with smartboard technology, projector screens, laptop stations with Apple TV, and it's really a plug-and-play solution. So right now this room is kind of used as our flex space. If you want to have an event to come in and entertain, a continuing education sort of thing, there are customers that come in to take certified testings on the weekend, and it's really just a great open space that is very, very convenient, and again, that it can be partitioned. So this room can go from 1,500 square feet in a large room of 60 to 750 square feet in a room of 30 in just a matter of seconds. One of the things we're going to do here is repurpose some of the classroom space into clinical services center. So in the first quarter of 2022, we're going to take room 226, which is roughly 750 square feet. We're going to clean all of these tables out, and this is going to become the first Highlands Center Clinical Services area, and we're going to put in a waiting room, there's going to be a reception desk, there's going to be soundproof, private office space in the back. So the idea is a couple of days a week, our behavioral health services and our hearing and audiology services will share time here, so that if you have behavioral health needs, if you needed to see a clinical therapist, or if you have hearing and audiology needs, you can come to the Highlands and utilize those services from West Liberty University. So another part of our growth as a university here is that we wanted to be more expansive for learning of tomorrow. So as we all know, remote work, remote learning isn't going away, and we have to adapt to that. So one of the things that we're committed to doing here in room 228 at the end of our facility is putting in what we refer to as a distance learning room, or a connected classroom rather, as I heard one dean put it. I like that term better, connected classroom. So we're moving on these things pretty quickly, and our goal is to have a professional distance learning center that we can utilize for West Liberty purposes, but then corporations or community partners could utilize for their purposes as well. So the last stop on our next phase of construction is going to be room 213. So we walked through 209 and 210, a 1,500 square foot room. 213 is similarly laid out in a 30 by 50 configuration, another 1,500 square foot room. So 213 right now is our largest classroom, and it, as you can see, is just one big open space classroom. But what it will be in a matter of months after we clean it out is a certified testing area. So what we're committed to do in the next 4 to 6 months is completely renovate this room as you see it now, with a reception desk for a proxy, storage locker so you can empty your pockets and keep your belongings safe, and then a room of roughly 15 to 20 cubicles with security cameras and technological updates so that a person can log in with a computer, take a test securely, get their things when they're done, and not have to travel an hour to 2 hours away to get that type of secondary certification that they may need. Folks, I appreciate you taking a couple of minutes to come on this mini tour with me. That's certainly not our entire facility, but it's an updated look on the next couple of projects that West Liberty is committed to providing for this community. Flexibility, continuing education, community outreach, and our rich Hilltopper culture. If you have any questions, please feel free to stop by. I'm here most days, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, or you could reach out to us at highlands@westliberty.edu. We appreciate your time, and we'll keep you updated. Thanks, guys.
Hello, I'm Levi Phillips, a senior medical laboratory science student at West Liberty University, and I'm going to show you what it's like to go on a clinical rotation at WVU Medicine, Wheeling Hospital. So now we're in the blood bank, and we have all the blood for patients that could be used for traumas, transfusion therapy, if they need platelets, fresh frozen plasma, blood product. This is where you would go to get it. So this instrument here is the Vision. It does forward and reverse typing on blood. You get A pause and you get the type. antibody panel, antibody identification. So next we're going to head over to chemistry, where we process most of the samples. We receive our samples right here, and they get all sorted out. And then we can take the sample from here. And most of the time, we'll put them in here to their desired location. And then the instrument will pick it up, and it'll move it along the track, and it'll take it to some of the analyzers over here. Chemistry area, we receive samples from in-house, out-of-house patients, and what we do is we can have complete metabolic tests, metabolic panels, electrolytes, just all the basic chemistries that you would get on a routine specimen. Next we're going to move over to hematology. So now in hematology, we get a lot of blood smears. When we look at a blood smear, we're looking for white blood cells, red blood cell morphology, white blood cell differential, so neutrophilic eggs, bands, lymphocytes, monocytes, stuff like that, anything out of the norm. Now we're going to go across the hallway and visit microbiology. So here we have some agar plates. This is blood agar. We grow into a culture. We could take a urine sample and streak this, and then we'll do diagnostic tests on it, and we'll find out what bacteria is growing in that sample. That's a gram-negative rod, probably Klebsiella pneumo. This is the walk-in incubator, and it stays at 37 degrees Celsius, other known as body temperature, because that's what a lot of microorganisms grow at, is body temperature. CO2 incubator, where microorganisms that grow best with CO2 are kept in here and grown in here. And this is where the blood cultures are kept, all sequentially. So this is the zero pressure room, or the isolation room, and in here we have the hood. So if we're working with bacteria that's airborne or something like that, everything goes in through the vent and not out through the doors. So there's only air coming in, not going out. So we'll take our loop, get a little loop full of our sample, and then we'll streak for isolation. We streak for isolation so we can get isolated colonies. We can pull them off there, and it'll help us identify that bacteria. Thank you for checking out the Medical Laboratory Science program. For more information, go to westliberty.edu/MLS.
Hey guys, my name is Carly Pajak and I'm a senior nursing student here at West Lib. Today I'm going to take you around so that you can see what it's like to be a part of the nursing program. Now we're heading into professional nursing. The nursing program here at West Lib consists of your lecture classes, simulation lab, and clinical at the hospital. It's unique because all classes are team taught by multiple professors, usually within their specialty. A student majoring in nursing at West Lib can expect a wide variety of teaching styles and environments of learning. So now we're going to nursing synthesis with Dr. Kalinius.
We have here today a case study of Joe. And the first question on your case study is, you're a mental health nurse on an adolescent unit.
I've always had an interest in medicine, but I chose to major in nursing because I love to help others and positively impact people's lives every day. My goals after graduation are to pass my board exam and start working right away, hopefully in the emergency room. I think it's important to know that West Lib's nursing program goes beyond the classroom, from going to the lab to clinical, even studying every night. The professors really keep us busy, but it's better to prepare us as nurses in the future.
Now I'm going into lab to practice on our simulation patient.
So the skills lab is where we come once a week to learn about different nursing skills that you'll use on the floor pretty much wherever you work as a nurse.
Specifically, the simulation lab consists of a simulated person that can perform all kinds of actions, and it's great practice for students to be able to put themselves in a scenario that will prepare us for taking care of real patients. Clinical days are usually at Wheeling Hospital, but we also go to Reynolds, Ruby, and UPMC. They consist of 3 rotations per semester, and we alternate every 4 weeks. Currently, I just ended my 4-week cardiac step-down rotation, and I'm now about to start my medical surgical rotation. And later on in the semester, I'll be having clinical twice a week, and one day I'll be at Ruby Memorial Hospital in Morgantown for my pediatric rotation, and the other day I'll be at Reynolds for my mental health rotation. Lastly, for my second semester senior year, I will have clinical for half of the semester, and then I'll pre-sup with a nurse at either UPMC or at Ruby.
Now I'm on break, so I'm going to go study in Campbell Hall with some friends.
Some of my highlights at West Lib have been getting involved on campus. I'm a member of the Alpha Xi Delta sorority, and I currently hold a position as our member development vice president. And I'm also the president of the Student Nurses Association for the nursing program, so this has given me a lot of responsibility and helped with time management while also providing something for me to be a part of besides school. I think this is a great major for others to consider because there is a lot of reward that comes with it. There's a huge need for nurses right now, so definitely job security wherever you may choose to go in life. But it's pushed me to realize that I am capable of caring for others, and I'm thankful for this because it holds me to a higher standard for when I have to take other people's lives in my hands.
Thanks so much for checking out the nursing program with me today. For more information, visit our website.
Welcome back into Topper Station a minute or so before the second half gets underway. Let's take a look at some of the stats from the first half. The Hilltoppers lead 40-32. They have 6 assists compared to Concord's 3. And on the rebound front, the Hilltoppers have 25 compared to Concord's 18. Let's look at the individual stats from the first half of play. The leading scorer for the Hilltoppers is Bryce Butler with 11 points, and Rahama on the other side with 7. 3 Mountain Lions have 1 assist in the game. Weir, Rahama, and Heller. Christian Montague with 3 early in that first half. And the rebounds. Marlon Moore, just a casual ho-hum, 10 rebounds in the first half compared to Rahama's 5.
Yeah, it was, we just chatted a little bit before we come on the air that I hate to use this word, and it's not disrespectful, but kind of a boring game. Just there hasn't been a lot of flow to it, and we haven't had a Belmont Savings Bank play of the game yet, and I just think if West Liberty can just put a little run together, share the basketball a little bit more, they'll start to gradually widen this lead.
And we saw the 6 assists in the first half. Hilltoppers average 20 assists per game. So that number, not exactly on par for what you want, but it's still a low number.
Yeah, it's not where they need to be. And we've seen them when they play a certain style, they are the best team in the conference and maybe in the region. And when they don't play that style, then they become average pretty quickly.
Victor Kovacevic will start for the Hilltoppers. He picked up 2 quick fouls early in the first half and had to sit. He had 4 points early on in the first half. Robinson, right side, Bryce Butler. Butler spinning, looking for space, goes up strong, and Bryce Butler is able to finish, give him 13 on the night.
Yeah, serious move there. He is so good in the paint.
Concord will go left to right here in the second half. Hilltoppers will go right to left. As Matt Weir tries to fit it into a tight window to Brandon Kennedy, a little too wide, and the Hilltoppers will take over.
Yeah, there's a little bit of an adjustment defensively. West Liberty did not trap in the backcourt, and it was a delayed trap and caught him by surprise and forced the turnover.
Malik McKinney hands it off to Bryce Butler. Butler to Pat Robinson. Robinson working his way over to Victor Kovacevic. Back to Pat Robinson. Thinks about the 3. Will dribble, go to the baseline. Goes for the reverse, and Pat Robinson finishes. And there's your first candidate for the Belmont Savings Bank play of the game.
Yeah, that was a sweet backdoor lay-in right there.
Score 44-32 now. Hilltoppers with the 12-point advantage. as Weir controls it. Trying to get it inside. Rahama has it poked away, but he's able to get it back. Fires it up off the mark. Rebound by Malik McKinney. Gets it to Kovacevic, to Sarson. Back to Robinson. Corner three off the mark. And the rebound is going to be pulled down by Lucan Hill. Eventually, it's going to be moved down the floor. As trying to go and move it there was Matt Weir. Dribbled it too high and ended up carrying it, and the Hilltoppers will take over after the turnover.
Yeah, I don't think that's a carry. It's a carry if you continue to dribble. He didn't continue to dribble. So if you want to call a walk, it may be a walk, but like I can do this.
As Ben Sarson to Bryce Butler, handoff to Victor Kovacevic. Pass is going to be deflected. And Sarson to Butler, under 10 to shoot for the Hilltoppers. Pass inside is going to be picked off by Lucan Hill. Other direction, floating it down the floor to Kennedy. He's able to run underneath of it. Stops, pulls it back out. Handoff. Weir thinks about taking the shot. Walt screens there. Gets the switch on to Kovacevic. The pass eventually goes underneath. Working hard, going up. Lucan Hill is able to rattle on home. 10-point lead for the Hilltoppers. Pat Robinson passes it over. Butler to McKinney. McKinney with the screen. Try to go for the pick and roll there. Bryce Butler not able to connect on the pass. And that's a turnover for the Hilltoppers.
Tell you what, it's been a pretty physical game on the ball. That's the second time that Pat's taken a pretty serious body shot on the dribble.
And I think the fouls were called early, and now it's kind of settled down and letting them play a little bit. As Rahama stopped, hesitated, picked up the dribble. Moves it back to Weir. And he draws a contact, just as I said, letting him play. A quick whistle is going to be called against the Hilltoppers. Kovacevic picks up the foul, his third, and Victor doesn't like it. I think he could say on the other end, that same amount of contact, maybe more, was on the other end against Pat Robinson. Mountain Lions will continue to have it. Weir picked up the dribble, the left side to Laidler, and another foul goes against the Hilltoppers as Bryce Butler will pick up one. Bryce Butler's third foul, team foul number 2 here in a matter of seconds. Laidler moves it to the right side of the floor. Rahama, hand off, right there. Back to Rahama on that right wing. Rahama with a move on Sarson, picks up the dribble, gets it poked away off his foot, and a foul is going to be called against the Hilltoppers. And wow, that is very ticky-tacky to say the least. That was a clear-cut West Liberty ball going out of bounds, and instead a late foul call goes against Malik McKinney. Palms in the air as Weir will have the corner three, and he drains it. 44-37, 16:50 remaining in the second half. Pat Robinson to Victor Kovacevic, working inside, kicks it back out. Butler for the answer, off the front of the rim. Battle for the board. Eventually Layton is going to grab it. Picked up his dribble. As Kennedy, one dribble down the floor. Rahama will go up strong, lays it up and in, and just like that, the Hilltopper lead has been cut in half. Backdoor pass, McKinney will lay it up and in. A great pass from Kovacevic to Malik McKinney.
Yeah, there's a really nice executed play on the back cut. And Victor Kovacevic had his head up and threads the needle.
Brandon Kennedy works his way underneath, can't find his man, and Lucan Hill goes out of bounds, and the Hilltoppers will take it. Wholesale change for the Hilltoppers. Denbo, Montague, Webb, Rassil, and Marlon Moore into the game. Christian Montague will walk it down. He had 3 fouls in the first half. He's able to work his way out of some trouble. Marlon Moore went for the handoff, wasn't home. Webb zigged when he's supposed to zag, and it goes out of bounds. Another turnover.
West Liberty up to double digits in turnovers now. Concord with 12, West Liberty with 10.
Heller into the game and is able to get it in to Weir. Facing a double team as Heller will go and pass it up the right side to Moore. Went for a lob pass. No one was home, but eventually worked out. 3 ball coming off the front of the rim from Kennedy, and Marlon Moore grabs another rebound. Zach Rousseau on that left side, now working it over to the right. Denbo for 3, in and out. A rebound by Matt Weir. Denbo hit 2 early threes, and that's really been it for him. Rahama wanted to go inside, but moves it back out. Weir facing a double team. He's got Rahama open for 3. He'll dribble inside. Goes up, faces the contact, is able to get it to drop. It's 46-41 with 15 minutes remaining in the second half. Christian Montague to Marlon Moore. Top of the key, Rasil to Austin Webb, who fires the triple. It's good for Austin Webb, 49-41.
Nice to see Austin knock one down.
Matt Weir will look and work against Rasil. He gets it over to Kennedy. Back to Weir. Shade to the right side of the top of the key is Weir. Dribbles, kicks it out. Ethan Heller will kick it back out. Weir fires the triple. He got it. An answer right back by Concord, and they will call a timeout, and that will send us to the media timeout. 49-44, 14:26 remaining here on Chopper Station.
Every basket, every touchdown,
every goal, and every spike.
It's possible because of you.
Help our student athletes compete in the classroom
and for championships
by joining the Hilltopper Athletic Club.
What are you working for? Do you want to pursue your athletic potential while earning a degree that will benefit you for a lifetime? Do you want to play at the highest level in your sport? Do you want to be a champion? That's what the 12 proud members of the Mountain East Conference are advancing toward every day, providing opportunities and pursuing excellence. The Mountain East Conference.
14:26 remaining in the second half. While we have a moment, let's run through the Mountain East Conference standings. As West Liberty up at the top with an 11-1 record, 5-1 within the conference. Charleston and Notre Dame also 5-1 within the Mountain East Conference. Charleston 9-2, 8-4 for Notre Dame. Fairmont State 4-2, 9-2 overall, the 23rd ranked team in the country. Hottest and Broadus and Frostburg State 3-3 in the conference, 6-4 and 5-7 respectfully. As Marlon Moore, wing a 3 off the mark. Rasil's able to poke a 3. Webb's able to grab it. Trying to work his way out of trouble. Floats it back to Marlon Moore. Marlon Moore driving inside, kicking out. Rasil, extra passes all around. Montague doesn't take it, under 10 to shoot. Webb, corner 3, short, grabs his own rebound and gets the layup to go. A great play by Austin Webb.
Yeah, they got really good ball movement that time, and it spreads out the defense and enabled them to get an offensive rebound, and they get rewarded for it.
Right side, Weir. Top of the key to Wooden. Back to Weir on the right wing. Weir for 3. Back iron. Rebound by Marlon Moore. Kicks to the right side. Christian Montague. Back to Marlon Moore. Marlon takes a dribble and hands it back to Montague. They continue to play pass. Moore fires the 3. Touches every part of the rim but won't fall. Weir is able to pull down the board. Weir facing pressure, gets it up to Ethan Heller, who breaks the pressure, goes inside, picks up the dribble, kicks it out. Wooden, extra pass in the corner, 3 ball coming by Parham. It's off the mark. Down the center of the floor, Marlon Moore goes to Garrett Denbo. Hilltoppers send it over. Montague, extra pass in the corner. Webb, 3 off the side of the rim. Eventually bouncing around, poked around. Parham grabs it, faces pressure right away. Ethan Heller on the right side of the floor, going down the other way. Goes across, fires it over. 3 ball off the mark, rebound, and a foul going the other way. Weir had the shot, foul will be underneath as it goes against number 5, and that'd be Davion Moore. That is his 4th, team first of the second half. That sends us to the media timeout. 51-44, 12:44 remaining in regulation here on Topper Station.
As the oldest institution of higher education in the state of West Virginia, we appreciate the impact we have on our community and beyond. From the students we serve, to the faculty and staff we employ, to the tens of thousands of graduates we've sent beyond the hilltop. You can find a part of West Liberty University anywhere you go. We strive to strengthen our community because that's who we are. We are the future. We are West Liberty University.
Do you want to learn more about West Liberty University? Register for one of our Black and Gold Days. You'll learn about the admissions process, financial aid, and housing, plus get details about your intended major. You'll even be entered for a chance to win a $1,000 scholarship just for attending. Get everything you need to know. Register for the January 26th event at westliberty.edu/visit. Visit, tour, connect at West Liberty University.
Welcome back to the Topper Station. 51-44, 12:44 remaining here at the ASRC. I'm Isaac Basinger. Alongside me is West Liberty Athletic Director Coach Lynn Allum. We'll run through the rest of these Mountain East Conference standings another time. Pat Robinson on the elbow. The other side, Kovacevic inside. Bryce Butler working, kicks it out. Kovacevic fires the triple. Got it! 10-point lead for the Hilltoppers.
And that's a part of his game that hopefully he can expand a little bit and start knocking down one or two a game, and that'll definitely be a huge benefit in the bigger games that we're going to play later in the season.
Hilltoppers lead by 10. Kennedy kicks it over and eventually ends in Rahama's hands, going against Pat Robinson. And they're going to call a foul after Rahama trying to back down Robinson, and he must have touched him, is the only call I can think of.
Yeah,
that's Pat's first, team foul number 4.
You know, we talked, neither team's been in the flow, and I'm not so sure the officials have been in the flow either.
Dribbling inside, Lucan Hill fires it to no man's land. It goes out of bounds, and West Liberty gets the ball. .11:52 remaining here in the second half. Montague right on the elbow. Back to Montague. Fires a triple off the mark from the pass from Bryce Butler. Offensive board and put back by Pat Robinson. It extends the lead to 12 for the Hilltoppers. Ethan Heller over to Kennedy. Robinson almost picked it off. Rahama will look to go inside. Fires it up. But the offensive foul goes against Rahama, and West Liberty will take over there. The referee won't admit it. I'm going to say that's a makeup call.
Yeah, it's been pretty inconsistent.
Montague hurry down the floor and eventually hands it off to Pat Robinson. Over to Bryce Butler, back to Pat Robinson. That's a foul called on the other end. And going the other way now are the Mountain Lions. Consistency has not been there.
Yeah, it's been a crazy game.
Robinson gets a steal. This one gets poked away from Bryce Butler after the steal. Rahama to Heller to Kennedy, working on the left wing. Ethan Heller by one of the volleyball lines. Gets around his man, goes up, tries to go over Kovacevic, can't float it high enough. Butler's able to take it. Home run pass going to be poked out of bounds by Javon Laidler. Trying to find Pat Robinson was Butler. And the Hilltoppers will have it on the baseline.
West Liberty got lucky there. If that guy wouldn't have poked that away, I'm not so sure anybody would have caught it.
Passes in to Kovacevic. Gets a man around a man and finds Bryce Butler. Butler working, spinning, kicks it out. Kovacevic able to line it up, fires a three. Bullseye, 59-44.
Bryce Butler creates another scoring opportunity because you almost have to double him. If he gets down in the paint, he is deadly.
Victor Kovacevic now with 10 points on him, even to match the jersey number. Driving inside, Weir had to step the whole way, and he gets 2 back. 59-46, 10 minutes exactly remaining. Butler on the left side. One for the handoff to Robinson, goes back the other way. Robinson lost it for a second, is able to get it back, kicks it back out. Montague fires 3, back iron, tip attempt by McKinney, touches every part of the rim but won't fall. A late whistle is going to be called on Malik McKinney. And when I say late, about 5 breaths after, as that should send us to the media timeout as the Boo Birds are in full force here at the ASRC. 59-46, 9:42 remaining in the second half here on Topper Station.
BSB tip of the day. Bank with a company that pays you, depending on how you use your checking account. It's Kasasa Cash Back. It's a totally real thing, and we could totally pay you money. That's Kasasa Cash Back at Belmont Savings Bank.
Hey, my name is PJ Mazik, and I'm a second-year dental hygiene student. I chose West Liberty because it's far enough away from home, but not too far. I wanted to wrestle in college, and West Liberty Wrestling is knocking on the doors nationwide. On the academic part of things, West Liberty Dental Hygiene Program is well respected nationally as well. We actually have a full-size dental hygiene clinic here on campus for West Liberty staff, students, and it's open to the community. My years here have been nothing but the best, and I feel overly prepared for my next step in life. Visit westliberty.edu/DH for more information.
Grab a meal at the Dirty Dog Tavern. Located at the top of the hill in West Liberty, Dirty Dog Tavern offers a family-friendly atmosphere with a full menu as well as adult beverages. Catch the game during weekday happy hours, play games like darts or pool, or enjoy the deck with your family and friends. Open Monday through Saturday at 4 p.m. and Sunday from noon to 8. Come to the Dirty Dog Tavern in the town of West Liberty, a proud supporter of Hilltopper Athletics.
Welcome back into Topper Station. 59-46, the Hilltoppers have the lead. 9:42 remaining in the second half. The last foul was against Malik McKinney. His second, team 5th. Weir, other side, wouldn't get that out of here. Bryce Butler with the block, and there's a candidate for the Belmont Savings Bank play of the game. Sarson, 3. Front iron, battle for the board, out of bounds. Actually keeping it in, a great effort by Layden, who was able to get it to Weir.
Bryce Butler is starting to get one of those spectacular blocks about once every game.
Heller, top of the key to Smith, to Weir. He has the open 3, fires away, off the mark. Rebound by Ben Sarson. Kovacevic underneath of Bryce Butler. Butler facing a little bit of a double, back out to Sarson. Ben Sarson spinning, firing off the window, can't get it to go. Blocking foul inside as Ben Sarson will head to the line and shoot 2. That's one where we didn't want to whistle because Bryce Butler was right there to clean it up if there wasn't one.
Now for NBA fans out there, I'll tell you what this game reminds me of. Knicks Heat in the late 90s. Just a brutally physical game.
Sarson at the line. First one is good. 60-46. Luau Rahama back into the game. Ben Sarson second, also good. 61-46, 8:47 remaining here at the ASRC. Pat Robinson will take a seat. Zach Rasil back into the game. Heller's able to fire it in. He fed Wooden, back to Wooden from Heller. Matt Weir, pass directly underneath. Good defense by Bryce Butler. Second chance is good by Layden. Laidler, excuse me. Bryce Butler from the pass from Ben Sarson. Christian Montague works it in, left wing. Kovacevic try to find Bryce Butler a little high and a little wide. Off of Butler's hands. He goes out of bounds. And the Mountain Lions will take it.
Yeah, that was a good idea, though. If Bryce catches that ball, he's going to score. He's unstoppable when he gets it that deep.
Wooden passes down the floor. Heller in a battle for it. It goes out of bounds. And they say it's going to be Concord basketball. Heller will fire it in. He finds his man in Matt Weir. And Coach Ben Hallett just got himself a technical foul. I don't blame him. As 2 free throws will come up for Matt Weir. The official must have not liked what he heard. As Matt Weir will shoot the 2 technical free throws. And first one will rattle home. Second one is also good.
It'll be interesting to see that call tomorrow on film, because from where we're at, it looked like it was off of the Concord player, but
I don't think it was that one particular play that Coach Hallett's mad about. I think it's a collection.
He's been pretty animated most of the game.
Matt Weir. Concord trails by 11. Wooden, he fires the 3. He got it. 61-53. Under 8 minutes remaining in regulation. Montague to Bryce Butler. Goes back to Montague, who lays it up and in.
Almost caught Christian by surprise there. It was such a good pass.
Whistle's going to be blown. Are they calling a... What is the foul here on the other end? And it's going to be a technical on Coach Todd May. And I believe I just read his lips. He said, "You got to be kidding me." Yet again, another makeup call. Rasil will shoot the 3 throws.
This has been a bizarre game.
Rasil makes the first. Rasil makes the second. 65-53. Ethan Heller will inbound. And he gets it to Weir. Weir working his way down the floor. Passes the last second to Ethan Heller. Back again. Layler. Now Wooden fires the 3. Second time in a row, won't go. As Sarson grabs the rebound to Christian Montague. 7:15 remaining in the second half. It's a 12-point lead for the Hilltoppers. Bryce Butler with Weir on him. Butler works inside. Too strong, Bryce Butler. Matt Weir to Ethan Heller. Passes in the middle to Wooden. Right side, Rahama. Rahama's got a step on Sarson. Runs out of real estate. Back to Wooden. Closer to the top of the key. Weir fires a straightaway triple. Rattle home. 67-56.
They will not go away.
Montague walking it down to the left wing, to the right wing. To Ben Sarson, gets it poked away, goes out of bounds. West Liberty will still maintain possession. They'll have 19 on the shot clock, 6:31 on the game clock.
You know, we were talking at halftime, Isaac. I shouldn't even say this, but a friend of mine at halftime said, which coach will get a technical in the second half? And I said, both of them.
Well, Coach, you're just experienced. You know how it's going to work.
Yeah, it was. We actually had that conversation at halftime.
McKinney gets it to Bryce Butler. Butler driving, kicks over. Ben Sarson, long 2. Got it. 69-56. Ethan Heller works his way Into some pressure. Pass goes across, trying to find Weir. Eventually goes to Kennedy, back to Weir. 15 to shoot. Weir fires the triple off the front of the iron. Put back attempt, no good by Rahama. Right there to grab the board is Pat Robinson. Robinson kicks it out. McKinney doesn't want the three. Hands it off. Bryce Butler with the finish. Foul was called. Is it before or after the shot counted? I'm confused.
Oh, my. So did they count the basket?
I guess they did. But if it's before the basket shouldn't count. If it's after, West Liberty gets possession.
Yeah, I don't know what the call was.
And you wonder why both coaches got a technical in this one. Ethan Heller on the right side, dribbling towards the top of the key. He fires the long three off the front of the rim. Rebound by Pat Robinson. Robinson has it, curls to the left side, cuts towards the basket, goes in, reverse finish, touches every part of the rim but won't drop. Pinballing around as a rebound, and Weir will take it. 5:20 remaining in regulation. Rahama cuts inside, floater off the mark, rebound by Marlon Moore, who finds Malik McKinney on the left side.
That's Marlon Moore's 15th rebound.
Rasil, three, off the mark, pinballing around. Marlon Moore grabs another one, gets poked out of his hand by Heller. And West Liberty will have it on the baseline. 71-56.
You know, Isaac, after looking at that last call, I think it might have been a flop warning.
Okay. That makes a little bit sense now. Rasil, right three. Got it. 74-56. The foul will be after on McKinney on the box out as Lucan Hill was knocked to the ground. As that will send us to the media timeout. 74-56, 4:55 remaining here at the ASRC, here on Topper Station.
What if your bank offers CDs with consistently competitive and higher interest rates?
That's what I want.
What if, unlike other banks, they're normally open more hours? And they don't use high teaser rates on CDs only to lower them later.
Isn't that the way all banks should be?
And even more, several of their CD accounts have some of the best interest rates.
That's money in the bank.
The right bank.
Open your CD account at Main Street Bank. You deserve a bank this good.
Water emergencies? Trust the team with the right people, knowledge, and equipment to quickly dry your home or business, preventing further damage. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, the team the Mountaineers call.
Where are you going? The store in West Liberty. The store is open 7 days a week with daily lunch specials, hot food and cold sandwiches, Patsy's Pizza, and a wide selection of chips, pop, and other snacks, as well as household goods and hygiene products. We've also got a wide selection of beer and an ATM. Stop on in and check out the store, located at the top of the hill in the town of West Liberty, a proud supporter of Hilltopper Athletics.
Lucan Hill will be at the line. Welcome back to Topper Station, 1-1 upcoming. Lucan Hill makes his first free throw, so 74-57, 4:55 remaining here in the second half. That last foul actually went against Marlon Moore. That's his second, team foul number 7. That's why we're in the 1-1. Hill goes 2-2. Robinson splits some pressure, picked up his dribble to McKinney on the left side of the floor, up to Zach Rasil, who finds Pat Robinson. Quick pass underneath. Marlon Moore at the slam, and there's your Belmont Savings Bank play of the game.
Pretty good pass that time, and Marlon finishes with authority.
And another foul is going to be called. And this will go against Malik McKinney, I believe is what they signaled over to the scores table. His third, team foul number 8.
Yeah, I think the guy tried to leak out a dead sprint. Malik clocked him a little bit there, trying to impede his path. I see Hilltopper heart and hustle embodiment, Luke Dyer, down there. I haven't seen him at a game this year, so it's nice to have Luke back in the building. Talk about a kid with heart.
One of the best to ever do it. One of the most underrated players, I think, in West Liberty basketball. Pat Robinson drives, gets it poked away. Ethan Heller down the center of the floor. The right side, faking the extra pass and taking the extra pass. Rahama, three, bullseye.
It's just been a weird game. Physical. Neither team has been able to get in any rhythm offensively.
McKinney takes a step too quick to travel. 76-61, 4 minutes exactly remaining. Kovacevic, Montague, and Butler all back into the game. Matt Weir trying to work against Christian Montague. Weir over 22, Laidler. Rahama back-to-back threes. That one rattled in and out. Robinson's able to get around his manifest swing move. Going inside, eventually losing it on the floor. Foul's going to be called, but on who? And the foul will go against... Foul goes against number 22, Javon Laidler. His first team foul, number 5. I swore the official looked at Robinson and 2-3, but apparently he changed his mind. Sarston to Pat Robinson. To Bryce Butler. Gets it over to Robinson. Hangs in the air. Can't get it to fall. Foul's going to be called. Foul's going to be here on the floor. Goes against number 22, Javon Laidler, his second, and as many as seconds.
Isaac, see if you can get us a conclusion of that Fairmont AB game, which has been back and forth the whole night.
We are in overtime, so no conclusion just yet. Fairmont State actually had a 3-point lead with 15 seconds left. Butler working inside, gets his shot blocked. Hilltoppers will have it on the baseline. Run through the rest of the scores as Wheeling was able to knock off Glenville State 92-83. Notre Dame College knocked off Frostburg State 94-86. And shot off the mark. Battle for the rebound on the ground as Montague continues the pinball round. Kovacevic between his legs. What are we going to have a call here? Imagine it's going to be either a jump ball or did West Liberty get a timeout in time? It will be a jump ball.
Yeah, I don't think it would not have been a good call if they would have given West Liberty the ball there. No one had it, and we were screaming timeout. So, but you know, that last sequence is just kind of the way this game's been. A couple players fumbling balls. Bryce Butler falls down over in the corner when the ball's coming right to him. It's just been a bizarre game.
Funky game.
And we're so used to watching West Liberty, and they score 100, and they've got the highlight reel plays, but this has been a meat and potatoes type game for sure.
Ethan Heller on the right side, step back, doesn't take the jumper, passes inside to Moore. It gets poked away from him. Christian Montague takes the pass, hands it off. Sarston goes up strong with the lay-in, 78-61. 17-point lead for West Liberty, and it doesn't feel like it. Heller, open, doesn't take the open three, will take the long two. It's off the mark. Kovacevic grabs the rebound. Victor passes down the right side. Montague, other side. Sarston, three. Doesn't touch anything. If it did, touch the bottom of the rim. Foul's going to be called on Davion Moore. That will be his 5th. Team foul number 7. And this will result in a 1-and-1 for West Liberty.
Yeah, again, it's just one of those brutally physical plays, and that's not only officiating right there. I'm not talking about dribblers getting knocked off their path. That's just a cross body block on a guy trying to get to the glass. It's been, and I'm a huge NBA guy. This is like watching the Heat and the Knicks play.
Robinson steps up to the foul line.
And to be clear, I didn't like those days. I liked the free-flowing game.
Robinson knocks down the first. The second also goes. 80-61. Pat Robinson will take a seat. That gives him 14 points on the evening.
Yeah, quiet night for Pat Robinson.
19-point lead for the Hilltoppers. Weir hands it off to Rahama. Kennedy into the corner. And a travel by number 22, Javon Laidler. Jordan Wooden back into the game for the Mountain Lions. 2:05 remaining in regulation. Montague, top of the key, Kovacevic to Malik McKinney. Hand off inside, Butler doesn't have it. Back to Victor. Victor pump fakes a shot. Good pass underneath. Bryce Butler goes to finish. He draws a foul, and Bryce Butler will head to the line and shoot two.
There's a crafty pass by Victor, playing a little point forward there.
Foul goes against number 3. Excuse me, other way around. Number 14, Lou Rahama. That's his third. Team foul number 8. Butler knocks the first, extends the lead to 20. Wholesale change for the Toppers. Luke Powell waits to come in if Butler knocks us down.
Bryce Butler, another efficient 18-point night.
And he knocks down the other one with the shooter's touch. Butler's night will more than likely be over as Luke Powell into the game. Ethan Heller working against Zach Rasil. Rahama goes up strong, won't fall. Rebound by Rasil on the left side of the floor, cutting towards the middle. Rasil dribbles between a bunch of bodies. Powell doesn't take the shot, goes to Sarson, goes for the reverse finish. He's going to be fouled, and Ben Sarson will go shoot two.
Kind of like the play by Luke Powell there. You know, he's the guy that gets in the game, the whole audience is screaming shoot a three, and he kind of had a deep